Hello, guys. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our daily stock market insights with Miss JD. Today is February 4th, and our daily review comes in very early today. I'm hoping I could record another one by tonight. I'm going to also check out our portfolio for our a daily review of my portfolio for those people who are also interested in what's inside my port. Okay, for now, I'd like to cover the most trending stocks in the market, the highly traded ones, and also I'd like to review the requests that you guys have for me. Okay, so first of all, before I get started, I'm inviting everyone to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell in case you want content like this, as I do this every single day. Okay, let's get started. For PSEI, currently what we have is a very slight recovery, but not there yet. So in my video yesterday, I said that looks like this index is trying to create a lower high. Okay, so it's still respecting a downtrend channel that we have here at the moment. So this is, for instance, this was your bounce right here, but when it dipped and it bounced, it just stopped right there, which is much lower than the previous one. So if I'm to draw a line over here, your trend line is right over here, right? So this could follow this trend line there. So somehow that channel is being respected. So what do we have right here? Even though we ended green at the moment, I'd say not much of a change here. Looks like it is trying to create a resistance still at this level. This used to be a support right here, and then quickly touched by this candlestick, and then for 3 days now, it is just stopping right at that area. Okay, but in case it breaks, you still have your MA20 as the next area of resistance. So even if it goes beyond that line, we are still not safe. We're not out of the woods yet. Okay, so this is your support previously. So that can also be your next resistance. Overall, let's have a more defensive approach to our positions and our strategies if you're a trader. However, if you are a long-term investor, actually this would look very attractive for you because you will be able to enter your preferred stocks or your chosen stocks at a much cheaper level. But again, this is not representative of how your individual stocks will perform because we have to take a look at each one, do a deep dive, and really understand the influencers of the movement right there, from the technical side to the fundamentals. But just to remind everyone, I'm a position trader. My outlook, of course, will have more bias towards position trading, and I also focus on technicals. And I use Bollinger Band, my RSI, the volume right here, and the candlesticks as my main indicators, right? So let's get started and talk about the most trending stocks in the market. And in a little while, I'll also touch base and check out your requests. ACEN. So as I mentioned yesterday, ACEN, we are now officially above the MA20 line. So this is just, of course, part of the natural flow of a stock, that when it goes beyond, or it breaks out of a resistance, chances are it will go up right there and revisit your previous resistance. And at this point, this is your resistance, and now it's revisiting that. Okay, so what are we expecting here? We will be, most likely we will have some sideways movement here. So if you're expecting to enter around 705, between 705 to 721, that is still a good area to add more volume. If let's say you already have a good base here, you can add more volume or shares so that when this stock takes off, then you are already in a good spot. What are the chances of it accelerating? Of course, really good chance there. There are a lot of good catalysts in this um, stock, of course, being uh, a renewable, yeah, a company that's more inclined to renewable energy, owned by the Ayala, um, business ventures offshore. There are a lot actually. If you're to take a look at the news and of course the thread, sometimes these the social media feed of Instagrams is also giving us good information right there. You just have to filter which one is a hype, which one is just merely information that's being shared to us. So I just look at the news, and then, of course, apart from that, I take a look at the chart. Now, what are my personal thoughts on this? Well, remember the other day when this dipped to as low as this level, I entered at 5.87. And today, I exited 13% out of my total share there. A very, very small amount. I locked in some gains at 780 yen, around 780 here. Yeah, around this area. I took profit, very, very small amount. And then I plan to re-enter at around 711 today. I posted an order to buy, but it did not hit. Lowest was 713. But I'm already a bit happy because somehow my projection was just right at the area. So I was thinking it's 711. I just stick to it. I didn't chase anymore. Um, but it dropped up to 713. I'm not too worried because by tomorrow, of course, there will be fluctuations. If it goes gap up, then chances are it won't go back to the level where I entered. But given that, stocks could go up and down, my 711 area, in fact, even 705, there's a big chance that it could still be reached, given that we have a support nearby. So just take advantage of that before the stock takes off. Okay, not too hype, but just looking at the numbers here, there's a possibility that it would touch 705 and then it will go up. The trajectory of this stock is really meant to go higher and higher as we move along. So if you're a mid to long term investor, don't be too worried with all the dips, ups and downs, because overall the company has so many projects lined up for them, right? And overall, this stock is really looking attractive. Dito. Okay, so interesting. This stock even had higher points from yesterday, but I did not take profit. Just to remember, that was because I was too focused on Dito. So Dito yesterday I took profit, right? But today, okay, I was not able to re-enter because my peg here is that at any time it goes back to this level 1248 there around that area, then I will buy some more. But looking at this, looks like this stock has already bounced. Let's see if we have hit some levels in our Fibonacci. So if you're to do this and okay, so it looks like this stock respected the 0.382 level of our Fibonacci, 1298, but here it's 1304. So looks like this has already bounced, and most likely I'd be even happier. Both ways, I'll be happy. If it goes back down here, then I will be able to buy some more. Otherwise, if it takes off right there, then that's a done deal. I'm going to stick with those number of shares that I have and reuse that buying power somewhere else. But overall, looking very, very promising. Again, this stock is really meant for long term this time. Okay, so and then of course along the way, if you feel that you have to take some profit, very small amounts, you can lock in some gains there and reserve that for any major dips or big dips where you can re-enter and buy some more. So at this point, I'm waiting for it to touch 1248, and I think that's a good area to buy. BSC still stabilizing, still respecting the MA20 line. Okay, so at this point, there's foreign buying, just steady state at this level. I'm thinking, looks like it is trying to create that. Look at this. Just trying to create a possible resistance right there. Right? It's like a flag pattern. And the moment we go beyond the 112 level, that means it is already a breakout of that flag pattern that we have at the moment. So watch out. I think it's going to be, it is going to give us some promising movements the moment we have one candlestick outside of or higher than 114 level. And it's actually starting to, trigger that level. Overall, because coming from a decline, we go sideways, slightly up on an upward trajectory. So chances are we could go back again. How long will it take? Not 100% sure if it's as fast as how it accelerated before, but definitely if just don't break the MA20 line, that's the requirement. Because if we break that, then chances are we could go back to certain levels again, like 0.71, which was the previous support right here. So those are our conditions. Don't break this, otherwise it goes down here. Break this to the upside, then you could be, taking profit at this level. But it's up to you if you want to go really maximize it or halfway take some profit, then you should also be good. For instance, you want to take profit right here, then that gives you 33%. Or if you want to take profit right here, that's a 50%. Or if you wait up to this level, then you get 66. Okay, so just have a plan before you enter, and of course prepare for the long wait, because we don't really know how long it takes for that price level to be hit. Converge today had a good play, 5.21%. We had, this could be a possible breakout of a resistance, but I'm not 100% confirming that, because we only have halfway. Half of the body of the candlestick is still below that line, so it could also be a false breakout if tomorrow we will have profit taking and it will go back to its previous support, which is 1597. So overall, Converge also is a promising company, because this is in the telecommunication field, and it is really in demand given that a lot of us are already working from home. So this is just meant to go higher and higher, but compared to how our Dito is starting to accelerate, in this one, chances are Dito will have a more, Dito is more popular, and most likely people will be buying Dito compared to Converge. So at this point, Converge is already operational, and so if they have good earnings, then of course we will have some more movements to the upside. Just prepare in case there will be profit taking. Most likely you will have 1690 as the next possible support here, or it will, if it will drop, it'll drop right at that level and continue to move higher. So if you want to haggle, just haggle for a few cents first before you enter, or you can enter, test buy, and then when it drops, you know where to enter again. Catch it at 1597. Okay, sorry, I got interrupted. Now let's continue. So I was saying earlier that the stock is really bound to continue and move higher and higher, but just take advantage of the fluctuations in the price. Probably try to haggle around 16.90 because chances are it'll create a support right at that level. And then goes APL. APL is still accumulating at the moment. It's still consolidating at this level, so we're still at the area. Okay, so maybe in case the price drops up to, I know I plotted up to 0.18 here previously, around that level, so 0.1855, 0.19, very very near. So if the price drops at that level and you already have some shares there, would be good to accumulate. This level is an accumulation phase, and then after that, it's just, I think, creating that support at the area, making the support even stronger, and then chances are it'll continue to move higher. Let us take a look at our foreign. Okay, so very very small, right? Some small amount for small volume for foreign selling that happened. So I think they're still holding on to their positions right here. SFI, I think this is just an isolated case. I don't see any big catalyst here. No big news around Swift. So chances are it could revisit its previous resistance, which was around 0.14 level. Then it will continue to move higher. But before it goes up, it will go back to the 0.14 first. That's my outlook. So that's for SFI. Could just be a one to 2 days worth of play, and then it will go back to its normal pacing. uh, PHA somehow recovered. I mean, bounced at the MA20 line, so we are still following the trend line. There's slight overshoot down below here, but we were able to recover. I am putting our support at this level right now because for 3 days straight, this area plays a significant part. As you can see, it's just dropping right at the level and then it bounces. So more to come. I believe there will be more catalysts for PHA. I don't personally have a position here because I was thinking um, the fact that PHA and ABBA are partnering. I opted to enter at ABBA, and for now this is our support 2.31, and then probably if you want to do just a swing trade this, if you do swing trading for this stock, then a possible gain of 35% is what awaits us. Okay, BPI still doing sideways. I think if you want to trade this is just going to fall within our Darvas box. You can create a Darvas box here, probably right up to this level, right? In the short term, you could be trading that. But again, I was saying yesterday, I'm not sure, I think it was yesterday, this is your resistance, but the safest way to play this stock is you wait for a breakout of this Darvas block to the upside. Nice to enter here, but the chances of the stock sustaining is very slim because we have increased in the price, and then what's happening right now is sideways, and when there's weakness in the sideways it could go back down below. However, if it goes up, then this could mean like a consolidation at this level, then it would go higher and higher. So better to wait for the stock to break out of this mini Darvas that we created. Overall, if you're to look at the long term or bigger picture right here, there's of course a big payoff if you are willing to wait that long. Overall, I don't see it happening like overnight, like unlike the secondary stocks where you can experience that in just a few weeks, right? Normally, if we're talking about stocks in the index, the market cap is really huge. So movements will be very, very small. You cannot have like, group of friends trying to pump the stock and it would create significant moves. We cannot do that in stocks that are part of the index with big market cap. So that's why you will only see like 1-2% difference in the price movement every day. Okay, so this is AR starting to recover now, respecting MA20 line. So I'm anticipating that there will be big moves for this stock, but I'm done with AR. I already exited very, very small gains, uh, but this is really starting to look very attractive. So the nearer you are to the MA20 line, the better, because there's really good, there's still big potential here because of the significant drop that it did. Then if it will go up, then of course there's possible good payoff here around 0.0080, because this one consolidated at this level, so most likely it will first challenge that before it goes back to the next levels. The nearest resistance I see, just for the record, is 0.0080. Okay, so good luck to the holders. I think you're bound to be profitable next. That is for AR. A lot of stocks are also looking attractive, but I just want to make sure that I'm able to monitor the stocks that I have. Actually, 10 stocks in my portfolio. That's already a lot. And I plan to reduce that. We'll see. I still, because I like the stocks that I picked. I might be, in case I'm thinking MRC, if I'm going to be profitable there, I will totally remove that from my port. Some other stocks I'm willing to wait a little longer. BDO is also starting to show some recovery here, but MA20 is still our resistance. Okay, so just take note of that if you're merely trading this stock. But BDO is, of course, a stock of investors. Now we'll see some recoveries here up to 108, and then once it reaches that level, we'll find out if based on the volume, or yeah, the candlestick, if it crosses that level, then we could be breaking it. At the moment, this is your nearest resistance, so there's still some room there from 106 to 108, and hopefully you were able to enter right at the 100 level. This was the dip that it created. So yeah, I see a possible green candlestick by tomorrow. Mary Mart is rejected at this level, which was at the MA20 line that acted as resistance. Another red today. So I believe the 636 area will be revisited. That level. So this used to be a support, which was a resistance previously. So chances are it could go back there, and then that's the time it will bounce. Overall, look at Mary Mart for mid to long term investing because of the fundamentals. Jollibee, no movement here. Okay, looks like our internet is acting up. And I think, let us see, still very slow. Okay, so I think, guys, that's a wrap for this episode. I'll be recording. I promise I'll record another one this afternoon or this evening so we can continue our discussion. Now, please drop a comment if you'd like me to review your stock in the next video I'll be recording this evening. And I'll be uploading it as well. Okay, so feel free to drop a comment, hit the like, guys, so that YouTube will discover us. And of course, don't be shy. You're welcome in this channel, in this community. Uh, do subscribe. In the meantime, thank you and bye bye for now.